Welcome everybody, Gamer King Tario here, and today we've got a special Wimbledon Finals edition of Virtua Tennis 4 for the PlayStation Vita. Virtua Tennis 4 is a port of the original console version, and for those of you unfamiliar with the series, it's a kind of an arcadey take on the tennis simulation. The first thing you'll notice about Virtua Tennis 4 is the game looks absolutely stunning. It is easily one of the best looking games on the Vita. In my opinion, it's probably second to Uncharted, especially in the launch title category. It's a really special looking game. The character models look great, the courts look great, the way they do the replays in slow motion and you see, the full frames per second hitting the ball, everything just looks absolutely amazing. Virtua Tennis 4's gameplay is fast and furious and generally consists of short bursts. The game has three major modes of play, which include arcade mode, career mode or world tour mode, and then you can also play online with other people. Arcade mode consists of playing a series of quick matches against random opponents. This is actually the mode I found myself drawn to the most. The matches are quick, furious, and disposable. You can pick up and play anytime, and anytime I got the hankering to play a little tennis, I would just pop in the arcade mode, play a couple matches, and then move on to something else. You can also take Virtua Tennis online as well, and in my experiences, the mini games that I played, I found them to be actually kind of unresponsive and quite a bit of a lag. It might just be me, it just might be my Wi-Fi, but I can put in Mortal Kombat and play online and have absolutely zero lag, but I play sitting in the same spot, play Virtua Tennis, and the lag actually becomes a bit of an issue, almost to the point where it's kind of difficult to play. The core game mode for a lot of people is going to be the World Tour mode, and here you get to create your own character and kind of start at the bottom of the World Tour rankings and work your way up through a series of playing matches and doing training sessions. This is done through a board game style layout where you get tickets to move spaces on a actual board game, and you're able to pick and choose where you want to move, whether you want to do a training session, whether you want to rest, whether you want to go and do a doubles tournament, a singles tournament. And while I admire Virtua Tennis for trying to do something different than the standard career mode of just ladder matches over and over and over and over again, a lot of this just seems unnecessary to me. The moving different spaces and the mini games, they weren't interesting enough to really hold my interest to get to the actual matches that you play. While the World Tour mode is certainly passable, I personally would have preferred a more cinematic style. If we weren't going to do the ladder type matches and we were going to do something different, I would have preferred a cinematic style, kind of like Fight Night, building rivalries, especially with the game that looks as absolutely beautiful as Virtua Tennis 4. The game features a licensed roster of actual men and female tennis pros, including a few legends. These include the big three on the men's side, Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic, as well as Sharapova and Venus Williams on the women's side. What is a bit disappointing is that the venues aren't licensed. You may play a major tournament, quote unquote, on grass in London, or you might play a major tournament on clay in France, but you're not actually playing in the French Open. You're not actually playing in Wimbledon. These places are as much a part of tennis as any player in the world, and it's disappointing that they aren't actually included and we don't get to see them in all their glory. Virtua Tennis 4 is a beautiful game and is the only tennis game in town on the PlayStation Vita, but its lack of depth makes it that I can't necessarily recommend it at the $40 price tag. But if you're a big tennis nut or you catch it on sale, Virtua Tennis 4 might be worth taking a swing at.